2024 has been a year of significant economic shifts and challenges for Americans. From rising prices to uncertain job markets, the financial landscape in the United States is more complex than ever. In this video, we're diving deep into the top 10 economic challenges facing Americans today, breaking down how they affect your daily life and what they mean for the future. Let's get started. Number 1. Inflation, the rising cost of living. First on our list is inflation, a word that has been on everyone's lips. Over the past year, the cost of living has skyrocketed, with prices for everyday essentials like food, gas, and housing hitting new highs. According to the Bureau of Labor Statistics, the Consumer Price Index has seen a steady increase, making it harder for the average American to make ends meet. But what's causing this? Supply chain disruptions, geopolitical tensions, and lingering effects of the pandemic have all contributed to this surge. While the Federal Reserve has been attempting to manage inflation through interest rate hikes, the impact on the economy and individuals has been profound. Number 2. Housing affordability crisis. The American dream of owning a home is slipping away for many, with housing affordability at a historic low. Home prices in cities across the country have surged, and rents are not far behind. This crisis is particularly acute in areas like California, New York, and Texas, where the demand far outstrips supply. Many factors contribute to this crisis: a shortage of new housing construction, rising interest rates making mortgages more expensive, and a growing wealth gap. For young families and first-time home buyers, the dream of owning property feels more like a distant fantasy. Number 3. Unemployment and job market shifts. While the overall unemployment rate may appear stable, the reality is more nuanced. The job market has been undergoing significant shifts, with automation, remote work, and the gig economy redefining what employment looks like. Traditional industries like manufacturing and retail are shrinking, while tech and service sectors are booming. This shift has left many workers, especially those in lower-wage jobs, struggling to adapt. The skills gap is widening, and the need for retraining and education has never been more critical. The question remains, are we prepared for the jobs of the future? Number 4. Healthcare costs and accessibility. Healthcare remains one of the most pressing economic challenges for Americans. Despite efforts to reform the system, the cost of medical care continues to rise, and many are left without adequate coverage. Prescription drug prices, insurance premiums, and out-of-pocket expenses are straining household budgets. For those with chronic conditions or facing unexpected medical emergencies, the financial burden can be overwhelming. The debate over how to provide affordable, accessible health care for all continues to be a hot-button issue in American politics. Number 5. The student debt crisis. Student debt has become a defining issue for an entire generation of Americans. As of 2024, over 45 million Americans collectively owe more than $1.7 trillion in student loans. This debt burden is delaying major life milestones for many, such as buying a home, starting a family, or saving for retirement. While there have been calls for loan forgiveness and reform, the solutions remain contentious and politically charged. The long-term impact of this crisis on the economy and individuals' financial health cannot be underestimated. Number 6. The wealth gap and income inequality. The gap between the rich and the poor in America is widening, creating a stark divide that is becoming increasingly difficult to bridge. The top 1% of earners now hold a disproportionate share of the nation's wealth, while wages for the average worker have stagnated. This inequality is not just a social issue, it's an economic one. It affects everything from consumer spending to social mobility, and its long-term effects could reshape the fabric of American society. Addressing this gap is one of the most significant challenges of our time. Number 7. The impact of climate change on the economy. Climate change is no longer a distant threat. It's a present reality with immediate economic consequences. From devastating wildfires in the west to hurricanes in the southeast, the frequency and severity of natural disasters are increasing, causing billions in damage and displacing thousands of Americans. Beyond the direct costs, climate change is also driving shifts in industries like agriculture, energy, and insurance. As the nation grapples with how to mitigate and adapt to these changes, the economic implications will be profound and far-reaching. Number 8. The national debt and fiscal policy. The U.S. national debt has reached unprecedented levels, exceeding $33 trillion in 2024. While borrowing can be a tool for economic growth, the growing debt raises concerns about the long-term sustainability of government spending and fiscal policy. With rising interest rates, the cost of servicing this debt is becoming a significant portion of the federal budget, potentially crowding out other critical investments in infrastructure, education, and social services. The debate over how to manage this debt will continue to shape economic policy for years to come. Number 9. The changing face of retirement. Retirement in America is undergoing a transformation, with traditional pensions becoming a thing of the past and many older Americans finding themselves unable to retire at all. The shift to 401k plans and other self-managed retirement accounts has left many financially unprepared for their golden years. Rising healthcare costs, longer life expectancies, and economic uncertainty are forcing many to work well into their 70s and beyond. The challenge of ensuring a secure retirement for all Americans is one of the most pressing economic issues of our time. Number 10. Global trade and economic uncertainty. Global trade has always been a cornerstone of the U.S. economy, but in 2024 it faces new challenges. Trade tensions, tariffs, and geopolitical instability are creating uncertainty in global markets, affecting everything from agricultural exports to tech manufacturing. These challenges are not just about numbers. They directly impact American jobs, prices, and economic stability. As the world becomes increasingly interconnected, the need for a balanced and fair trade policy has never been more crucial. Conclusion. These economic challenges are complex and interconnected, affecting every aspect of American life. While some issues may feel overwhelming, understanding them is the first step toward finding solutions. As we move forward in 2024, staying informed and engaged in these discussions will be crucial for shaping a better future. Thank you for watching. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe for more content on the biggest issues facing America, and let us know in the comments what economic challenges you think should be on our radar. See you next time.